its signature ride, the Flying Dutchman. That pirate thing stuck around 1897
I'm mostly
when those
recording
dastardly
this for
swashbucklers
the audio.
blasted out of the sea by a Cape Crusader with no patience for those who commit crime. So now, over to your right, you can see Gotham City, home of the Joker Chaos Coaster, Catwoman Whip, and of course, Batman the Ride. The list of those that we've lost from the USA section reads of guest favorites: the Chevy Show, the Drive-In Theater, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, and Freefall. Sometimes you
Mine
gotta
better.
lose to gain.
It's called the Joker now. I think you were scared of that
And
one.
I'm not talking about all the weight I gained when they switched me to a diesel engine back in 2005. To the left, standing high in the air with 3 inversions, is Daredevil Dive. She joined us back in 2011, daring guests to take that 95-foot drop. When the park opened in 1967, some people say the most popular ride had to be Jamboree. I would say the most popular ride had to be the Six Flags Railroad, but the log ride was so popular that in 1868, an additional flume had to be added to meet the demand of guests who wanted to ride. You can see that second flume is still right there for you to enjoy today. The original flume was removed in 1990 to make room for Rage and Rivers until 1998, when that flume became a flame of Georgia Scorcher. Now we're coming up under a coaster so huge, such a giant, that 2 rides had to be closed to make room for it. Back in 2005, we lost 2 longtime favorites, Lupin Starship and the Great Gasp. But in return, received the desire of Six Flags Over Georgia today. For Goliath. There were many who grumbled when the Great Gasp was torn down, as its imposing tower in the sky excitedly marked guests' impending arrival to Six Flags. But those grumblings quickly turned to shrieks of excitement in the spring of 2006, when the first trips on Goliath were taken. If you keep looking to your right and down through the trees, eventually you will see the Six Flags Promenade, where you start and end your day with us. The front gate area was remodeled in 1998 to include shops and a brand new fountain. Promenade saw a more recent change when we lost Six Flags Marketplace to Coaster Candy in the Great Sugar Rush of 2017. Down past the promenade is the coastal section. From 1967 to 2017, this area was called the British section and was home to old favorites like the Highland Swings, Condy's Tavern, and Piccadilly Suites. Now here we are back at the Marthasville train station, the name rich Georgia history. Terminus because it marked the end of Western Atlantic train line. The name was changed in 1842, and then finally in 1845 became known as the great city of Atlanta. So if this is valley, wait for the train to come to a complete stop, then listen for my whistle to signal the all clear. Then you will be free to exit the train. Otherwise, feel free to stay on and take a quick rest. We'll be heading back over to the Raven Gate train station. I hope you enjoyed the trip. Have a great rest of your day here at Six Flags over Georgia.
It's like, I don't know, probably a 5-minute interval. So, hallelujah, King Jesus, we are here. They seriously have all their, they have the Fright Fest stuff out already. Like, I might have already said that, but, it is August, right? Correct me if I'm crazy, which I'm not. So, correct me if I'm not, but I don't know, whatever, but it's August and they are pushing Halloween already. That is wild. Still waiting. Almost. I feel like, well, for me it's been about 5 or 7 minutes for this video. It's gonna seem kind of insane, so pause.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Six Flags Over Georgia Railroad. They call me the Texas, and I'm the train engine that'll be taking you on a trip around this beautiful park today. Now, I'd first off like to say that I appreciate everybody coming on board. If it weren't for you, I'd surely be taking up some old scrapyard with some of my family members come and gone over the years. Yep, I've been touring folks like you around this park since it opened way back in 1967. And y'all have always been, so they've kept me around for over 50 years now, and I sure do thank you for that. I didn't mention my family. I'll have plenty more to say about them during this trip. But before we get moving towards Raven Gap, there's some rules I have to take care of, so listen real carefully. There's no eating, drinking, or smoking while you're on this train. Also, for your safety, eating. Always keep your hands and feet inside these here train cars. Don't be trying to get up and get off of this train until I've stayed safe. Now, if everybody's seated and ready, we'll get moving here just as soon as I clear. All right, that's it. Now, as we pull out of the Marthasville station, turn and wave goodbye to your station master and all the nice folks who were so helpful in getting you safely on the train today. As a matter of fact, you'll see folks waving at you this whole trip, so be polite. Wave back. We are in the South, after all. Sure, we can practice right now as we come up to the spot where over 800 smiling members of our family enter the park to make sure you have a good day and a fun time here at Six Flags. Let's just take a second to say hey to one another. Now, keep hearing me mention family, because that's what we are. And there ain't many old relics left that have been here with me since opening day back in 1967. But down on the left, we're coming up on one that has. While many others have come and gone, the Dahlonega Mine Train has been here since the beginning. Named after the Dahlonega Georgia Gold Rush of 1828, which just happened to be the very first gold rush in these here United States. The mine train was the park's biggest roller coaster until the addition of the Great American Screen Machine way back in 1973, when the Cotton States Exposition was added to the park. Here on the right, where the Dodge City bumper cars lived for 43 years, you will now see Justice League Battle for Metropolis. And up in the skies of Metropolis, you can see Superman Ultimate Flight shooting up to 115 feet at speeds of over 60 miles per hour, which is way faster than this locomotive can get up to these days. I'll just stick to my cruising speed of 10 miles per hour. In 2017, Metropolis replaced the Cotton State section, which was once home to favorites like Momo the Monster and Viper. Now, we all have those family members that refuse to age gracefully. And in 2016, one of our own Hudson Workline, just here on the right where now the train Z-Coach used to be, is what used to be called Ninja. After a facelift in 18, now called her Moonwalk, but she still takes you upside down 5 times. In comparison, this here train you're on right now takes you upside down 0 times. To your right, standing 200 feet in the air, is Skyscraper. In 2013, this tall tower was called Interrelieved B, which got moved in from USA section back in 1985 to replace the Drunken Barrels when they got too inebriated to continue on. Skyscraper lives in the Lickskillet section, which became an addition of our family back in 1968. In 2019, the former home of Whistle Stop Park at Deja Vu was transformed into the Screen Pump District. Now I'm old and don't know what Screen Pump means, but I do know that when you add a 15-story pendulum at 70 miles per hour, it becomes pandemonium. Here to the right, you're going to see folks are coming and going to and from Thunder River. Them folks always look a lot more soggy when they're a-going. Back when I began driving guests around these tracks, that ride was called John Revol's Adventure, and you actually got in over to the left, where you now see the Coca-Cola hydration station. But back in 1982, keep up. The Thunder River has been soaking y'all ever since. Well, since I'm old,